that the mood for 2020?
Nah, that shit been in my mood.
That's just been felt.
Yeah, like 2020 is just like, I'm gonna take less, I'm gonna be even harder on that, like, that's it.
Okay. Know? So I want to ask you, what makes you so secure within yourself? Because I know you have a song, Top 5, right? And it talks about like how you're not on the top 100, you're not on the top 10, like top 5, you know? Yeah. So, like, how do you get this confidence?
My mama.
What? Like, let us know some lessons that she's taught you that that instilled in you.
Alright, so like my dad, like, alright, so let me tell you the difference. My dad, he grew up in the streets, but he always wanted me to be like uniform male. Like, you know, he was like, just be a strong man, don't grow your hair out long, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't like me with my nails black doing that all the time, you know what I'm saying? Don't wear skinny jeans. He wanted me to look a certain way, you know what I'm saying, but be in the streets with him or whatever. My mom, she was like, nah, I like that you want to be different. I like the rock star look on you, you know what I'm saying? I really don't want you in the streets, please. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I had a tug of war with both.
Right.
But like my mom, she made me comfortable with myself. Like she told me growing up, like, don't judge anybody off any sexuality or how they look or anything, skin complexion, anything. You feel me? So I'm big on that. Like, even the people I hang with, I judge everybody. I keep everybody the same. Like, I'm not gonna walk into a room and just because of your preference, I'm gonna treat you different. Like, you gotta get the same respect everywhere that you go. Like, that's how I feel. I want to be respected everywhere I go, just like they want to be respected everywhere they go. So that's pretty much how I go into this industry. Like, everything I do, like, I don't care how big you might be bigger than me with your name, but you still gonna respect me. You know, if you take your name, we go into the streets, we go to some hoods. My name bigger than yours. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a tug of war, but we could just agree to disagree and just coexist. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
That's my attitude. Like, we gonna just coexist. To me, it's no competition.
That's so true. I think that's dope. I'm not gonna hold you. When my sister saw that I had Mikey Polo on the list, she was like, "Oh, can I come over?" Because she was like, "I'm kind of excited about this." So she made me extra excited about the interview. But what is some advice that you could give to up and coming artists who are like still trying to find their identity and like understand the industry?
Trial and error is a must, and you're gonna lose a lot of yourself before you find what you really want to be for yourself. Because there's gonna be so many, like, when you're passionate about something, people can jerk you around here, there, and take you everywhere on a roller coaster. But you have to also think, like, after you go through that, that's what molds you. Like, before you go through I can't curse, right?
No.
Yeah, the BS. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for asking, though, you know?
Yeah. So before you go through the BS, you know what I'm saying, like, you don't really know, you're in a sense, you know, we say green to everything. But once you go through it, it's like, all right, now I know if I'm ever to revisit this same option or same anything else, I know how to handle it. Like, it's like scoring a touchdown again. You've been there before. The coach showed me back when they played sports when I was younger. If you ever score a touchdown, act like you've been there. My first touchdown, I just gave the ball back to the referee and went back to the huddle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
I was hype inside, super happy, but I can't show the opponent because he's like, oh, he new to this. Like, you feel me? Like, you gotta act like you always did. Yeah.
Got you. Okay, so give us a little background about your life, but I wanted to know a little more of the hardships that you faced that really that kind of influenced your music.
Heartbreak. I mean, obviously, my biggest song is about heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, relationships, street life. You know what I'm saying? Going through different emotions with dealing with friendships, you know, dealing with family. It's just a lot of things, even dealing with your inside demons, like your inner demons, you know what I'm saying? That's what most of my music is about too, my inner demons, you feel me? So, that's pretty much what makes me, that's the emo vibe. Like, I'm not Mr. Slit Your Wrist, none of that. I don't promote none of that. Like, when I say emo, I want people to know I mean emotional. Like, I'm in my emotions. I might be happy one day, I make a happy song. I might feel like I'm in my trap mode because I'm in the trap and I make a trapped out song. Or I'm in that swagged out day, I'm gonna make a swag song. Like, it's my emotion. Like, I really don't write, you know what I'm saying? I just go right there and however I feel, give me the beat and however it make me feel, so I do.
Oh, it just flows.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Not much people can do that.
Yeah, because it's not organic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To me, music has to be organic. For me to like something, I have to organically feel it. So it's like when the beat come on, I already have, like, if you already have something written down and you go and try to place it to a beat, it's gonna be harder versus you put on a beat and I hear something, I just start spitting, and I'm like, hold on, I like that, and I'm already recording, and I just, let me keep that, all right, let me hear something, all right, let me keep that, okay, I like this, all right, let me, you know what I'm saying, it helps you get your craft better, you know what I'm saying, and then, like, not to say it like this, but to say it like this, some people just don't have it, you know what I'm saying, like, you have to just have it.
Okay. So what is it?
That's hard to describe. It's like, all right, let me put it like this. Like you don't come off shy at all to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
you make me feel very welcome to be here. You know what I'm saying? And even the way you converse with me, like you see how it is. Like you have it.
Got you.
So it's like in the same thing when I walk in the building, you wouldn't know how long I've been doing what I've been doing because it's it. You know what I'm saying? Versus somebody get in my position and they'll like freeze up or they don't know what to say, or if like I don't have my PR with me and I know what not to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you know how to carry yourself with your whole career, like from the beginning to the end. That's what shows me if you have it.
Gotcha. Okay, dope. So you were able to meet Trippie Red.
That's the bro.
That's the bro. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that relationship really quick. Do you guys talk on and off, or like how close are y'all?
It's on and off. We was on tour last year together, and we got close. But of course, it's the industry, you know. So he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. It's like I'm not riding his wave. He's not riding like of course he don't need to ride my wave. He's Trippie, you know.
Right.
So we got our own things going on, but we're in the same lane. But it's like we didn't need each other to do what we did, so it's respected. And it's like like last time I talked to him was around Christmas time. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that long ago, but. Even though he's back on tour, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go on my own tours, you know.
Right.
I'm doing my thing, and I just, for real, I just been working on me, because when the next time we cross another path when we're not as busy, it's gonna be worth it, because we'll be at a bigger scale together. You feel me? Got
you. And what about your relationship with Pop Smoke?
Oh yeah, he cool. You know what I'm saying? Like our last conversation was just we see each other at the top. You know what I'm saying? I seen when we performed at PS1, we had a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Chilling. But I mean. He doing his thing, like, I can say I'm proud. Like, I didn't know what type of reaction was gonna come from it, you know what I'm saying? What type of music he was doing, because I just smelled like, it was like some Chicago drill type music, you know, some cheeky type, you know. But, I mean, he got people moving, and he got songs with Travis Scott, he doing his thing, like, he young, you know what I'm saying?
Like he is,
he's young, you know what I'm saying? So
that's so true. Somebody just told me, it was like, yo, I didn't know he was 19. I'm like, yeah, like, I was like, he actually really is super young. Yeah, but that's really dope.
He just looked older,
yeah. The beard and everything, you know, get that grown look. Like, So, being from the DMV, how is the experience of coming to the city and, like, you know, maneuvering in New York?
It's just more busy. I mean, you know, DC's right there, so it's not too much of a difference.
Right.
But it's busier here, and traffic is way worse.
Of course.
And then I like the delis, you know, like I never had halal food till I came to New York. Crazy.
You like halal food?
I do. I like lamb and chicken and all that. Like. Okay,
you put the white sauce.
White sauce and barbecue.
Oh my gosh, you not.
I get no lettuce. I don't like lettuce though.
No lettuce. I don't know. I can't eat from the carts at all.
For real.
Like I look at those carts and I'm like, nah. Like.
See, I grew up eating from them carts. I don't know. It's like that was in my neighborhoods. Like where I grew up in Maryland, it's predominantly Spanish neighborhood. So it was like. Taco truck right there. My mom getting quesadillas, all that. You know, I'm mixed, so I be eating.
Where you from?
Now I'm from Maryland, but my family is Portuguese and Puerto Rican and of course black.
Oh, he foreign. Nah,
I'm American. Trump will try to get rid of me. I'm American.
That's so funny.
Yeah, sure. Keep me here. It's the freest country we in right now.
I'm weak. So, I want to know, what is emo trap?
Emotional trap.
Emotional trap, okay.
Yeah, emotionally being trapped in or emotionally being in the trap.
Got you. And what really made you start this whole movement of like the slime movement? Am I saying it correctly?
Nah, I didn't start the slime movement. Okay. I started. That's Young Thug that started the slime movement. He like I bangs with Young Thug and them like in Atlanta, so I adopted the slime moniker because like I actually was around them, you know, and their people. So they was like, oh, like what's up, slime? They was calling me slime. I was just the emo kid, you know what I'm saying? So I just adopted EMOSlime. But my movement is actually like emo gang, like just being emotional, but not in a being sad way. Like I'm not saying come with me and be depressed. Right. Like I'm saying like. Yo, just show your emotions. Wear your heart on your sleeve, however you feel. Let them know, like, keep it blunt. I'm so blunt and so real. Like, I'm like an open book, you know? Like. Got you.
So, okay, so I think it's interesting because even with your cultural background, I feel like with me, I'm Jamaican and Grenadian. And I feel like sometimes my my dad, you know, like Caribbean-wise, it's kind of hard for black men to even just be emotional. So how do you feel about carrying that movement on your shoulders and feel like you have to represent for that?
I love it because, like, I've always been, like, my family know, I've always been a rebel. Like, I believe in anarchy for real.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't want to do it, I won't do it. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. That's how I've always thought since I was a kid. Got me in a lot of trouble. Got me out of a lot of trouble, but also got a lot of things done.
Right.
So it's like, that's been my mindset towards family, towards my parents, towards workers. That's why I could never work for anybody. Like, I couldn't get a job and work a 9-to-5 because there's no way that I don't want anybody to view me as somebody that can never surpass what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, a lot of people that I did work for and that tried to treat me certain ways, I've surpassed, and they're older than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you looked at me like I was young and dumb, but I'm smart, and I was just getting ready for what I'm doing, you know?
Right. So. That's so true. You thought outside the box, and that's why you're getting further than...
Exactly. When people thought I was a weirdo, I'm the good weirdo.
Yeah. I like that. I'm the good weirdo. That's dope. Okay, so I want to ask you a question for Black History Month.
Okay.
Obviously, it's February. 2 questions first. Are you single? Listen, I see you looking at your friends, all right? I see you looking at your friends. What is the answer?
Hold on.
Somebody gotta tell me the joke because I'm over here.
Caught me off guard. Hold up. I'm in an open relationship.
Okay. What does that mean?
That means I have somebody that definitely would never ever go anywhere, no matter who I want to deal with, but I'm able to deal with whoever I want. And so is that person.
Gotcha.
But they would never go anywhere. And they know that. In the world, everybody that hang with me know who that is.
Oh, okay. Can I know who that is now that I'm hanging with you?
I mean, yeah, I just put out there for the world. I mean, the world know anyway, too, if you look pay attention to my Instagram, but my child's mother, of course, you know.
Gotcha.
My daughter, Melanie, her mom, Imani, you know.
Okay.
Like, we have our understandings, like, you know, my lifestyle's a little different, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But out of all respect, I'm honest, you know what I'm saying? Keep it blunt. She love me, I love her. And we just gotta do what we gotta do. Of course, you know, I do what I do, you know. In a retrospect, yes, I'm single, but in a respectful way, it's an open relationship because at the end of the day, I got her back before anybody else, just like she got my back before anybody else. So I can respectfully say that, you know, because we have a child that we have to be there for, so I want to set a certain example for her, you know. But past that, like, yeah, like, you don't see me with, like, outside of that, y'all will see if I do, like, mess with somebody, like, you know, you'll see them.
So would you crease your Jordans for her?
I don't wear Jordan, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
I ball them up.
I heard that's the thing. Some guys don't crease their Jordans for girls, so I just
you gotta ask me when I crease my Air Forces.
Would you crease your Air Forces for her?
Yeah. I crease both pairs. As soon as I buy them, I take them out the box. As soon as I just bought them and crease them.
Got you.
Yeah,
okay, so that's love.
Yeah, but then again, like I said, I have a lot of belief. Like the way I believe in things, you can meet somebody else in life too that you'll crease them for too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I keep myself open. Like that's just my belief though. You know, like everybody different.
Okay, listen, I respect it. Once you honest, you know, you guys know what you guys are doing. So as long as you on one accord.
Yeah, but I will say this on her. Pretty ladies though, still get at me. Cause I love the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Mikey love ladies that love ladies. So.
Got you. So what's going on for Valentine's Day? What's your plans?
I don't know, me and Melanie mom might go get another girl, or I don't know, I might just chill with another girl, or I might just chill by myself and relax and just, I know I'm gonna get my daughter something, you know, but
sweet.
Other than that, you know, I don't really do much, you know what I'm saying? On Valentine's Day, I'm not really a big holiday person. Like, I don't really like celebrating until I get to a certain point in my career. I celebrate my daughter's birthday and whatever holiday she wanted to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do it. Everybody else can wait, you know? Everybody else can wait.
So, the song Toxic, right? Is that about your baby mother, or
no?
What is it about?
That's about another relationship. That's that was a high school relationship, but a female I had dated, you know, of course she ended up being toxic for me. Like, I was trying to leave her alone, but couldn't get away from a lot of situations that was going on. And then it was just, you know, tied in with sympathy and all different things, and trying not to feel like you abandoning people, and it was a lot on my mind. So,
when did you realize it was time to leave, though?
2 years too late.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. But what was the final straw? So I feel like some people like are in these kind of situations now where they're like they want to leave, but they don't know like what's the final straw or how to leave. You know, like so I want to like hear your side of the story. And like when did you have that light bulb? Like it's time for me to go.
Well, my mom always told me if a female ever drives you to the point where you won't put your hands on her, walk away and never look back.
Gotcha.
So, and I will not put my hands on a female. So it's like, at the end of the day, if you take me out of my character, I'm good on you. Like, I don't care how good anything on you is, how much money you got. I know my self-worth. And I'm not about to have my daughter looking at her father as a woman beater or none of that, you know what I'm saying? So I just walk away. It's a billion other women in the world, you know what I'm saying? I'm not ugly. I come across one. You feel me?
Oh, I heard you. You see that? I'm not ugly. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Listen, I need to feel that way. You know, like, tell myself in the
feel
mirror.
that way. We all good looking in this room, man. That's how we supposed to be. Like, we walk there. The ugly people be the ones with the personalities that think that they could walk over everybody. You feel me? Like, everybody unique in their own way. Everybody you got what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that don't like the way I dress, but then there's another place I can go dress like this, and I'm getting everything I want.
Right.
So,
I think that's dope.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, you have the Devastated tour coming up, right? February 4th? What is that about?
We about to turn up. We about to scam the Den Factory.
Okay. And you actually but you guys had a tour there,
yeah.
Pink Panther tour, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is this like a follow-up or is this like totally different?
Well, the Pink Panther tour was just a really promote pink, you know, and just me really showing that that's the color that I'm really running with everything. And this tour is actually, I'm like performing a collective of more songs, you know what I'm saying, a lot of unreleased material. And then I'm gonna hit a lot of the same cities and everything. But
where are you hitting though? What locations?
Well, I'm hitting, I know Atlanta for sure.
Nice.
I'm hitting Connecticut. Of course, we're doing New York, New Jersey. I believe we're doing Maryland, Virginia.
Oh, so you're going back home for a minute?
Yeah, like we doing all that. We run up the whole East Coast and down south.
That's
we
dope.
Going to Texas.
That's dope.
We doing South by Southwest, like all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were actually talking about the situation with what's his name, Isaiah again? DeAndre Arnold. I don't know if you heard about the situation where he's in 8th grade and they told him that he could not graduate if he doesn't cut his dreads.
What school is this?
This is I don't even know the school, but it was in Texas that it occurred. So Ellen was generous enough to give him around, I want to say $25K. 20K, but for a scholarship. But I wanted to ask your perception on this and how you feel about that.
I feel like can't nobody tell anybody to cut anything on their body or do anything to themselves that they don't want to do. Like, that's why I am the way I am. Like, people told me don't tap my face, and I got 34 face tats after that. Like, don't tell me not to do something I already want to do, because then I'm going to go full-fledged and do what I want to do times 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I'm going to prove my point that you can't tell me what not, you know. So, I don't agree with that. Like, I'm glad Ellen did what she did and everything, but in Texas, they bugging. Like, what? Cut your hair to graduate. That's like when I was playing sports and they was like, yo, cut your hair to get this team. I guess I'm going to play for your team, and I play for the other team, and I keep my hair and we'll just beat your team.
Right.
You know, like, I go too hard for mine.
I want to say, when you go to Texas, you know, you better show out, like.
Man, Texas be bugging. I like Texas women, and I like some of the bros out Texas I'm cool with, but like when it comes to the peoples out Texas, nah, I'm good. I'm very good.
So tell us about this tour with more bookings. What is this about?
Well, it's pretty much just to, you know, tap in with different fans that have been watching us on social media, you know, and like seeing what's been going on and give them an opportunity to like link with us.
Okay.
Like most people that got added to the tour is other upcoming artists that are trying to, like, they're buzzing and they're trying to like be around other artists that are already, you know, established and getting stuff together so they can be, you know what I'm saying, be in a more professional setting with it. So, you know, they chose some great people to come out on certain dates with us. But, you know, it's basically just to showcase what we've been holding back, like the unreleased material, like what 2020 has in store for everybody. But of course, around the tour, other stuff will be going on. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Yeah. So what do you have in store for 2020? Can you let us know? Any exclusives?
I got big records dropping. Like, I mean, I know if people have been watching Instagram lately, they know I've been sitting into a lot of meetings lately. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's been good. You know, we've been having good talks. Like, I can say that my mom is very proud of me. You know what I'm saying? I can say that my daughter is very proud of me. She's about to be set for life. And I'm proud of that. That's my biggest accomplishment. I want my daughter to be straight. So, and then, you know, I can put the bros on, the homies on, but the homies gotta want to put themselves on before I want to put them on. Like, they know that. I don't even have to tell them that. I'm not that bro that's like, yeah, I made it. Y'all just come on with me. Like, now, if you weren't working while I was trying to work before I got there, you still gonna be working. And I have to just find you later because you weren't working at first. Right. You feel me?
Yeah. That's dope. Well, I'm super excited to see where you're going with this, Mikey Polo.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see your journey. And, you know, if you need any other interviews, always come back. You know, we can always do a where you at the moment, an upgrade, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, follow up.
Yeah, follow up, definitely. And let everybody know where to follow you.
You can follow me on all social media at official Mikey Polo. That's official MIKEY Polo. And then on Twitter it's Mikey Polo LG. And yeah, you still won't find my real name if you Google me on anything. And you will not find my age either. I know people be asking me every time I get on live, yo, what's your real name? Yo, how old are you? They want to know. They be throwing different ages out there from the youngest to the oldest. And guess what? I'm going to keep telling y'all the same thing. So, stay tuned for when they make a Wikipedia.
Oh, wait. But where can we stream your music? Let everyone know.
Oh, literally everywhere. YouTube, Spotify. I love what you do on Spotify though. You can go on SoundCloud. Pretty much literally anywhere. Apple Music. You know.
Got you.
Yeah, I'm out everywhere. Like Napster, whatever they got. I just found out I have a Pinterest account. I didn't even know that.
Oh really?
My management did that, and I have a big following on there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I mean,
but you should. Like, you do a lot of like clothing. You have style, everything like that. You should have a Pinterest. It makes sense.
I don't know how you. I thought it was a cooking thing. I didn't know what it was.
What?
Hey, look, I have to tell you, all I use is Instagram. So,
that's true. I do use Instagram a lot too. Yeah. I'm trying to get on Twitter soon.
Twitter confusing.
I think it's, I don't know. I gotta learn it before I even say anything. So maybe not even say much about it either.
I'm like, I don't know. They want you to tweet, but it's like, do you want me to just talk all day? Or
true.
Like, what's supposed to happen? Because like, if nobody retweets this, I'm feel like nobody really seen it.
Really?
And then I'll be like, all right, well, if I post this picture, I get so many likes and people comment, and I know they looking at it. I'm like, all right, so I'm engaging on this one. Let me go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, Twitter could leave me like feeling like talking to the wall sometimes. I know I got like people on there, but it's like, come on, you know, like.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Cause I get a lot of like engagements on Instagram, and then Twitter's like crickets, and I'm just like, yo, like, what happened? Like, it's like a whole different energy.
Everybody, some of my bros, they got 100,000 on Instagram, they have engagement, and then they go on Twitter, and it's nothing like that. And they're like, bro, I don't even get on Twitter. I'm like, dang, but Facebook, I'll drop you this gem. Facebook is the best thing to ever use.
Really?
Yes, for business.
Wow. Okay, I gotta learn that. I just found out Facebook also has dating. So I didn't, you know?
And they own Instagram.
Yeah, they do. I know that. Yeah, of course. Okay, that's dope. Well, thank you so much, Mikey Polo, for this marketing skill and tactic, you know?
Of course.
Some business advice.
Of course.
And this is Shaysayss, guys. 2 S's not 1. We also have another interview following up in this building, so make sure you stay tuned and keep it locked with us on Party 101.9, home of the throwbacks and the iHeartradio platform.